Welcome back. John Delaney announced last week that Maryland's application for federal FASTLANE funding for the second phase of improvements to I-81 has the support of the state's entire congressional delegation. The state of Maryland failed to apply for this funding during the last round. Henry, do you think things will turn out differently this time?
Well, I hope that everyone can get behind this because, we're looking at, about 12 miles worth of highway. That is a bottleneck between West Virginia and Pennsylvania. We really need to widen the road. It's become almost a local traffic pattern for us anymore. So I really think that we need to get behind it. It's good to see Delaney's backing it and our federal delegations backing it. We need to get the state stepping up.
I don't think you're going to see any hesitation from the state. The problem, and the Democrats will tell you that woe be it on Maryland for not applying the first time. The fact of the matter was we weren't ready. We didn't have the pieces
it had to be shovel ready, didn't it?
Yeah, we didn't have the pieces in place to apply for that funding. And I know the Democrats will blame that on Governor Hogan, but I am here to tell you, as a matter of fact, not as a matter of opinion, we were not ready.
Right.
And that's why we didn't apply, because we would have been disqualified because, well, we weren't ready.
Well, and
now
being
we're ready.
Being ready for something like that actually takes a significant amount of planning.
It
probably
does.
That would have taken so much time for planning that really, oh, hey, maybe that might have been O'Malley.
Right. Well,
So.
yeah. Regardless, we are ready now, and I don't see any way anyone in this state can not support this. Democrat, Republican, Independent, Green, you name it. Because number one, it's more than a major thoroughfare. At this point, it's a death trap.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
there are significant and frequent accidents and on that stretch of highway.
Right.
And it's a real problem. Not to mention the fact that we've got I-70 and I-81. We've got the crossroads of commerce, as the Economic Development Commission used to call it, which I believe to be true. I think it's a huge, huge thing for Washington County to get this done, not only from the economic benefits that will happen internally, but also from the fact that it's going to be safer, it's going to allow people to get through our county quicker, it's going to do a lot of things.
Well, and I drive 81 every day. Okay, I see how dangerous it is, especially near the I-70 interchange, especially when you go close to the mall, especially with some of the construction that's been going on right there, that it's narrowed the lanes a little bit even. And it's very dangerous. It really is dangerous. And we need to widen it, not just so that it's safer, but also if we've got this nice 3-lane stretch of road, then, oh, hey, that's a little bit more incentive that if your truck is going to be going from north to south, let's take 81, all right, instead of taking 95. And while you're here, well, why don't you just stop in and buy from some of our local businesses here in Washington County? And we really need to start going after, I love what Ron Bauer said, roadways, runways, and railways, talking about how great our infrastructure is. But we can't talk about how great our infrastructure is if it's not that great.
That particular section of 81 is reported to carry about 19,400 trucks per day through Maryland. Okay, that makes it one of the 3 busiest sections by volume in the entire nation.
Yes.
So if that alone doesn't justify the expansion, and plus the other thing is, maybe this one sent Pennsylvania to start doing their side of it, because as soon as, of course, the bottleneck is your 3 lanes,
state line.
and Earthshire.
Right.
But I think if we do our part, just like West Virginia, I think, incented us to bring this back to the table.
So right now, West Virginia has 3 lanes up until about a mile before the Maryland line.
Right.
But if we expand ours to 3 lanes, then West Virginia is going to have to expand
we already have the
theirs.
funding to do the bridge and up to the exit 1 in Williamsport. So that's already in place.
And that's actually very critical, because exit 1 is a huge exit
for
trucks.
truck traffic. Yeah, because you've got the Bowman Park back there. You've got all kinds of people in that industrial park.
What we're going to be anticipating is 20 years ago when they had the bridge upgrades. Yeah. The bridges going over 81 are already wide enough to accomplish and handle 3 lanes.
Right.
So the only thing that we really are looking for bridge upgrades are going to be what 81 passes over,
Right.
which is fairly limited in our little narrow stretch.
Yeah.
But we're still going to wind up going from 2 lanes down to 1 lane for a little bit, and then we're going to have the issue again of jumping up to 3 lanes.
Yeah.
We are, but I don't see how anyone in the Maryland legislature can't get behind that. They've already gotten behind it to the tune of, I believe, $5 million for development and so forth. And this is going to be an expensive project, but it's one that's needed. It's one that's
Right.
needed in this
And I think
state.
from a safety issue, in my opinion, it's more hazardous than what 270 is in any other highway.
I agree.
Any other need for
I've driven
improvement in the
both.
state.
I've driven both. I agree 100%. You know, I mean, when I was driving 270, I didn't see nearly as many accidents on 270 as I did 81.
Well, just remember what the old 270 interchange was like
Yeah.
from 70.
Yeah,
You know,
this is
it's-
true.
Awful,
Yes.
awful.
So,
awful.
but I think that's all the time that we have for that. But up next, Fast 5. Stay tuned.